Ancient Egypt holds so many mysteries that many of them, even the most fascinating, often escape public attention. This was the case with the discovery made by archaeologist Zakaria Goneim in the mid-1950s. It's not surprising at that time discoveries by Egyptologists were only discussed in academic journals. Goneim's discovery was so unique that scientists are still debating what exactly the archaeologist found and what it was intended for. In 1951, while searching for new untouched burial sites, archaeologist Zakaria Goneim stumbled upon a wall that he believed could be part of one of the unfinished ancient pyramids. The remains of the structure were located in the Saqqara necropolis, not far from the ancient step pyramid of Djoser, which is estimated to be 4,150 years old. Goneim's excavations were supported at the highest level. The expedition explored the walls of the pyramid, revealing that they were 10 meters high and that one side of the pyramid's base measured 120 meters. Had the pyramid been completed, it would have been 10 meters taller than Djoser's pyramid. Based on his experience, Goneim suspected that beneath the pyramid's base, there might be a burial chamber, as ancient Egyptians often built the burial chambers before completing the above-ground structures. Since the entrance to Egyptian pyramids is always located in the middle of the northern wall, finding the entrance to the unfinished pyramid was a matter of technique. In 1954, the entrance was discovered, and the undisturbed masonry was ceremoniously opened by Egyptian ministers. Goneim later recalled that they, armed with acetylene lanterns, were the first to rush into the newly opened gallery. However, they were disappointed. The gallery was blocked by stones from a trap shaft. Goneim's expedition had to locate the shaft on the surface and completely clear it. During this process, numerous ancient artifacts were discovered, which further inspired the archaeologist and the Egyptian authorities. However, a tragedy during the excavation halted the work for a long time. One of the stone blocks collapsed, burying 3 workers. Thanks to Goneim's quick actions, the trapped men were rescued, but one of them died from asphyxiation. Rumors quickly spread in Cairo that the pyramid collapsed and killed 80 people. The work stopped, and the workers refused to go back into the shaft. This was when the first rumors emerged that an evil spirit was sealed within the tomb, destined to kill anyone who disturbed it. Even Goneim was frightened, but his thirst for discovery pushed him forward, and soon his efforts paid off. After clearing the chamber beneath the shaft, Goneim discovered many burial vessels, bearing the seal of a previously unknown pharaoh, Sekhemkhet. This pharaoh had never been documented in Egyptian history. Alongside these artifacts, Goneim found a treasure trove of gold. 21 gold bracelets, arm rings, tweezers, a gold sickle-shaped scepter, gold plates, a gold shell-shaped compact, and numerous carnelian beads. To reach the burial chamber, the team had to clear a path through the rubble caused by ancient earthquakes. At 31 meters, they found a side passage leading to a long T-shaped corridor, which contained 120 empty storerooms. Another 72 meters deeper, they finally uncovered the burial chamber, hidden behind a protective stone wall and massive stone blocks. It was located at the very center of the unfinished pyramid of Sekhemkhet. Goneim was eager for fame, but did not expect the opulence of Tutankhamun's tomb. Pharaohs of the Third Dynasty did not live in luxury. What they found in the unfinished chamber was a single alabaster sarcophagus, buried under fallen ceiling stones. It was perfectly preserved. None of the stones had damaged it. When they cleared away the sand and dust, the archaeologists discovered several strange things. First, there was a wreath-like object placed in the shape of a V on the sarcophagus, something never seen before. Second, there were chipped corners that had been carefully restored. Lastly, the sarcophagus lid was not on top, but was instead positioned at the end and lifted upward, as if it was not a tomb, but a trap for a wild animal. The cement sealing the lid was intact. After great effort, the archaeologists cleared the area, installed lifting blocks, and, confident that Sekhemkhet's body was inside, opened the tomb. But it was empty. Goneim was devastated. Excavation seasons usually ended in April due to the heat, but the team worked through the sweltering temperatures until June 26th, only to discover an empty sarcophagus. Excavations stopped. Returning to the site in 1955, Goneim cleared the gallery and discovered many artifacts, but was unable to solve the pyramid's mystery. Perhaps the sarcophagus indeed contained an evil spirit. Soon after, the curse caught up with Goneim. In 1959, he committed suicide by drowning himself in the Nile. But what exactly did he find? The unadorned, inscriptionless sarcophagus, which resembled a trap, was made of alabaster, a sacred material for the Egyptians. This stone symbolized purity, innocence, and light, in contrast to diorite, which represented darkness. The sarcophagus was 2.37 meters long, 1.14 meters wide, and 1.08 meters high. It was sealed with a massive sliding block that weighed 237 kilograms. Inside, it could hold a person or an animal of similar size. Once inside, escape was impossible without external assistance. Goneim himself estimated the pyramid's age at 4,700 years. However, radiocarbon analysis of the wreath placed on the sarcophagus revealed that the plants were 800 years older than the pyramid. Why did the Egyptians abandon the pyramid? Why did they seal the sarcophagus and block the passageways? Why did they place ancient dried plants on top of it? Several theories attempt to explain this. Theories behind the mystery. 1. Sealing of evil. The Egyptians may have been performing an ancient ritual to imprison evil. Perhaps during Sekhemkhet's reign, an epidemic or famine struck. Ancient Egyptian beliefs were diverse, and there is much we do not know. 2. Discovery of an ancient artifact. The builders may have stumbled upon an ancient sarcophagus, considered it a bad omen, restored it, and left it alone, placing the dry wreath on top. 3. Entrapment of a creature. Perhaps they truly trapped something inside, a dangerous being or entity. Creatures of Egyptian mythology. The internal architecture of the pyramids continues to puzzle scientists, with narrow, inclined, and vertical passages navigable only by a snake. In Egyptian mythology, the snake symbolized Atum, an ancient creator god revered before Ra. The god Nehebkau, the judge of the dead, could also take the form of a snake. Apophis, depicted as a giant snake, represented darkness. It's possible that Egyptian priests, in a pre-Christian world where demons were not confined to hell, summoned an unknown creature that had to be imprisoned underground. Sealing a demon inside an alabaster coffin might explain why the sarcophagus was empty and why an ancient wreath was placed on it. Apart from gods, Egyptian mythology also featured chimera-like animals, Eni, a monkey with a dog's head, and Serpopard, a leopard with a snake's head. Another curious character was the Set beast, with a long snout, erect ears, a slender muscular body, and a serpentine tail. The arrival of this beast signified chaos and disaster. Could it have been this creature that the followers of Pharaoh Sekhemkhet tried to trap? Alien or advanced civilization? Alternative history enthusiasts believe the sarcophagus is an artifact from a more advanced ancient civilization. They theorize that Sekhemkhet's followers discovered the artifact deep underground, but, on the advice of the priests, chose not to disturb it, placing it in the unfinished pyramid and abandoning the site. UFO theories. Ufologists take the theory even further. In the 19th century, a papyrus was discovered deep within the Hermitage Museum, describing the arrival of a visitor from another world in Egypt. According to the ancient Egyptian literary work, The Tale of the Shipwrecked Sailor, on the eve of this event, a catastrophe occurred. A star fell from the sky, killing many people. This event supposedly took place over 5,000 years ago, and the local population welcomed the guest from unknown worlds with rich gifts. Could this visitor have come from a distant galaxy, and could the breathing mask worn by the humanoid have inspired the image of Set with a beast's head on its shoulders? Or perhaps the visitor did not come alone, but brought along a fierce pet whose presence terrified the locals. Could the visitor have been killed, or did it die on its own, while the ferocious creature was trapped in the sacred alabaster sarcophagus? What happened to it afterward, no one knows. Perhaps it was annihilated or teleported back to its world. The most plausible explanation. Of course, a more mundane explanation exists. It suggests that the true burial site of the pharaoh has yet to be discovered, and Goneim had only excavated a false chamber with a decoy sarcophagus. The cunning followers of Pharaoh Sekhemkhet may have outwitted the unsuspecting archaeologists. The discovery of Zakaria Goneim opened a doorway to mysteries that remain unsolved to this day. Was the empty sarcophagus truly a prison for an ancient evil? Or was it a decoy, hiding the real burial site of Pharaoh Sekhemkhet. Perhaps, as some believe, it was something far more extraordinary, an artifact from a lost civilization or even an alien visitor. Whatever the truth may be, the unanswered questions surrounding this forgotten pyramid continue to captivate the imagination of historians and mystery seekers alike. If you enjoyed uncovering the secrets of ancient Egypt with us, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more thrilling stories from the past. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.